Kane for Outdoors. We've got a bit of a different review here. We often do a lot of knives, but we've actually got some cookware, some thermos style products to review. They're all from Stanley.
Yep.
So Stanley sent us these to try out and really put through the paces. As you can see, this one is loaded up, but we haven't used these. I've used the hell out of this one already.
Yep. I've used that at work a few times. This one here.
Yep.
I have used it. Yep.
Yeah, cool. Now the reason why I ended up contacting Stanley, and the reason why I did was over here. A lot of you guys would have seen this. This is the old Stanley nesting cook set, I think they call it. Now I've used this for years and years, haven't I?
Yep.
Ever since we've been going out, really.
Yep.
You know, it looks worse for wear, but this thing, you can't kill it.
Yep.
Most people take this plastic part off. I've used this. I put it in the fire all the time, as you can see, and I cleaned it up ready for this review. It's usually just black. It's never melted.
Yeah, no, it's doing well, isn't it?
And I just thought, once it melts off, I'll put a lot of people change it to a key ring. Once it melts off, I'll pick that off and put the key ring on.
Yeah, it's doing well, isn't it?
It's never done anything. It's never warped. But anyway, it's but this cook set, it comes with 2 cups as well. This is the reason why I ended up contacting Stanley and saying, look, you know, I use this, and it's in a lot of our kind of longer videos.
Yep.
Is there anything else you think would suit? And they said, yeah, there's obviously, you know, there's lots of stuff. So this is what they sent us.
Yep. Good little one, these ones. Just this awesome little 532 mil little vacuum one here, isn't it? It's great. It's hot or cold, insulated. It's got a good seal. I left home this morning at about, I think it was 8:30, 9 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock, 4 something in the afternoon now. It's still hot. That's coffee in there.
I don't know if you could see, you may see on this camera here,
you still see the steam coming out.
It's actually still steaming.
Yeah, and that's been since this morning. Yeah, I haven't used cold drink in it yet. I haven't used cold drink in it, but it works either way.
Because we drink coffee. So.
Yeah, that's it. So coffee in there, no worries. With this one, the old vacuum food one, we've got some food in here today. I put some food in this morning to test out to see how it's retained the heat. I've done a lot of food away from home work lately, and I've been taking coffee in that, and it's got the cup on top. It's perfect, and it's been really, really good.
You've been putting your coffee in that?
Taking my coffee with me to work, and doing 12-hour days, no dramas at all. I don't drink heaps and heaps of coffee all the time. But what's good about that is it's in there. This one here is 700 mil, 24 ounce. But because you're there, you don't have to do the whole bit at one time. You've got the lid on there. I've just been pouring coffee in there, having a few sips of it, put it back, driving around, doing other stuff, come back again to it later. I did a big show for work. We were there for, I think it was 10 hours a day. And I just left it there, and all day, it was hot all day, no worries at all. So, and anyone who knows me knows how much I don't like really, really hot coffee. So I'd have to pour it and let it sit there for a while to cool down before I burnt myself on it. But yeah, it definitely retains the heat. I've been doing the pre-warming with this one.
Yep.
It says on there you can put in hot water in there and let it sit there for 5 minutes because it's double layered and it's got the insulation there. What that does is just keeps it hotter for longer.
Yep. And
then putting the food in there, or I've put food in today, but normally I put in the coffee, and yeah, it's been hot all day. It's been great.
These ones here are designed for food.
Yep.
And really, from what I can gather, the only difference is the size of the mouth.
Yep.
So a coffee one would just be smaller, and I'm not sure the way it's produced, obviously, you know, I have nothing to do with that, but that's the only difference I can see. So as Kane said, he's been using it for coffee because he can get a bit more in. But it's designed for food.
Yep. It's also hot and cold, same deal. You can keep stuff cold in here as well if you really wanted to that way. Either way, when we were talking about when we were coming up here today, and we we're saying, you know, when we use them, and then I know I've been using my coffee in it and that. What we're talking about, what would be absolutely perfect for this, is if sometimes we try and get away when we can because we're both working. It's very hard, obviously, with kids and family. But if we were to know we're going to go out, okay, it's Friday, we're going to go out tonight, make something in there, put your food in there first thing in the morning before you go to work. End of work, we meet up, we drive somewhere to wherever we're staying that weekend. We pull up, we set up our hammocks, camp, and then we don't have to cook. We've got the hot food ready to go. That was the main real good thing that we're really excited about doing that. Today, I haven't eaten lunch.
It was your stomach, I heard.
This was my lunch today. I'm like, Dave, we need to get this first. But then we're also worried about possibly we're doing a few reviews today, getting a whole bunch of food stuff on your shirt and in
our beards.
So we thought we'd do these ones to last. But I am getting hungry. But yeah, the coffee is still hot. As I said, I made that this morning. It's still hot in here.
Yeah, well, mine I made probably 11.
Yep.
You've opened yours and he's been drinking a few times. I haven't yet, so we'll see. The seal on this is perfect.
They're ridiculously good, aren't they? They don't
Well, yeah, you can see, Kane.
No leaks at all. I've had this one in my backpack when I went to work. You can see the steam out there.
You can see the steam coming out.
I had that in my backpack at work, and you know, you're sometimes worried about putting containers in there, but once it's in there with the other lid in there, it's really good.
So that is, I would say, the slightest little bit under, because I have a big coffee machine. I like proper coffee. I reckon it would be just under as I do it straight out of the machine.
Yep.
It literally is.
Yeah, hot.
That would be too hot for
you. Too hot for me. Don't do that. I don't do hots. But I'm excited to see how this goes with the food. I do love the old cup on top of it. Just saying, if we're going to go out, we've planned everything, we've taken our stuff up, we've set out camp, we sit down, straight away, boom, you've got a coffee to go, you've got that. We don't have to worry about collecting firewood and that. We love doing that, and we love processing firewood and doing all that, getting to camp. But when we're time poor and we want to get somewhere and just straight into it, we can spend more time actually relaxing, which is one of the good things when we go out. We can do a review or two and then sit down, and we don't have to worry about then sitting around and cooking. We can get straight into it, and we've already got our coffee, and or while we're on the go, we've got a coffee to go. We don't have to wait for it to cook and cool down. For me, it's another half hour once we make it to cool it down before I can drink it.
So I think, you know, they're obviously designed for different things. That one can do both. This one really could do both. You could, I think you could do food in this as well, and cold, you know. But good thing with this, texture of it's really good.
It is, isn't it?
It's a weird thing to talk about, but it's actually, I don't know, it's just it's a good cup to use. I've used this quite a fair bit. There's another guy I go and do a lot of photography with. So we live close to Newcastle, and I loaded up. It was a night trip I did, and so we left after work on a Friday. I made me coffee. Forgot about it till we got there, and I went to over the other side of the Blue Mountains. So anyone from Australia, New South Wales, will kind of know. It's a fair drive. It's nearly, you know, 3.5 hour drive, you know. And same again, it was hot. As soon as I got to camp, I've got my coffee, I don't have to do one. I didn't take the food one on that one. And it was perfect. And I think this one has that kind of use where it's still quite heavy, but it's not super heavy. It's not as heavy as this guy.
Yep.
And it's more compact. You don't have that lid. You have this here, which I've carabined onto my pack, which is perfect. I had that coffee there, just drop my pack, you know, that kind of thing. I wouldn't say it's totally a hiking thing, but if you are someone that wants your, you know, the insulated type of thing, this is the one I would use for hiking. So, but in saying that, on the flip side, I wouldn't say this is made just for hiking.
This would be a good one, even we're talking outdoors as well, but just if you commute to work, or you want to take some coffee with you to work, ready to go. If you're one of those people that don't do well without coffee in the morning, you take it with you. It's good to go straight away if you're driving, if you're a bit of a rough driver. And it tips over. It just does not leak out. It's the best seal on the top of that, isn't it? Yep. These ones are also a bit more of a daily driver as such.
Yeah,
because you can dishwash these ones.
Yeah,
the big ones are hand wash, but these ones are dishwasher, so that's fine. You don't microwave this stuff, but you can dishwash it.
So we're 532 ml as well,
so
which is still quite a big coffee.
And these ones here with that seal on the top, they've got that little cup next to you there you can eat out of or drink out. I've been drinking a coffee out of them, but yeah, I'm very keen to see how it goes. This is just a bit of chili this morning. Yeah, well, I put in there. I wasn't as keen to. Well, that smells good, and it is hot. There is steam coming out of there. Dave cooked his own chili this morning. I'm a bit of a cheapskate, and
so I thought I'd leave this one in the box so you can see. Lifetime warranty on Stanley Gear too.
I got a bit of chili there from home in the old Stag chili.
Canned chili. Mine's a handmade one.
But that fits. I'm actually quite surprised. Well, I thought there was going to be a few, but that's the whole can fits in the cup.
Oh, does it?
Very deceiving. So yeah, just a full-size Stag chili can. You can see the steam coming off, but the whole lot gets into that one cup, so you're ready to go. I whittled this little yogurt land spoon out of a tree before. It was hot. So again, that's been out. The first thing I did this morning when we got up, we knew coming out, I put that in there, and it's just hot now like it would be if I just cooked it at home. So
no time.
Yep, that's awesome. You can see the steam coming off it, but there's definitely...
Yeah, I can from here, but as Kane said, it's, you know, what, 4:30 in the afternoon or whatever. You know, if it was morning, obviously, or night, you would see it, but...
Still steam coming out of there too. But yeah, that's been there all day. So, try and get the last out of that if I can in there.
Yeah, you need a long spoon.
You can tell I'm hungry, yeah, we'll use that one. But yeah, you know you can't really go wrong with these. They've been around a long time. I think I saw on the front of the box, 1913 or something. They've been there since. Oh, it even says so on the side here, 1913. I was correct. You don't stay that long in a company and doing stuff if you don't have quality products and stuff that stands the test of time. So I know you still see a lot of the old guys cruising around on job sites and stuff.
Yep.
They'll take their thermos to work. I travelled over to Western Australia, most probably, like we same colour for you, which is all right. So, I travelled over to Western Australia in December 2016, and the guy I went, Kevin, he's I think he's 54. Every day, every morning before we left the motel, he filled up his one, and just drinking it all day while we were doing 15-hour drives, Cunnamulla to Mount Isa, things like that, and he was drinking coffee all day out of his. So. Yeah, I'm very happy to have one now too, so we can get into it. But yeah, that's awesome that we could come, I know a bit earlier today, but get to somewhere, set up camp before it gets dark, and then sit down and relax. Normally we're running around like the old proverbial blue-ass fly, doing things, and then cooking. It ends up one of those things we end up cooking at dark because you're running out of daylight hours to do everything in the one day. But to be able to just sit down, chill out, hang in the hammocks, and eat your dinner already cooked.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like drive-through for the outdoors.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you think the whole laying in your hammock, pour a bit of your chili out.
Yeah.
You got your coffee. So we'll do different types of trips too. If we're not that busy with work, the kids have been on. We have a 6-week holiday, and one that doesn't live in Australia at Christmas time over those
summer holidays. Yep.
We'd probably have a bit more time, but
spend a couple of days, and
so we'll take really light gear, and this is something we wouldn't take. But those trips which we do probably more often, where we do camp pretty close to the car, might just be a K walk, or you know, it's just because it's easier for us to do. This is where this system, and I think it's a system as well. Yep. This is where it shines, I think.
Yeah, definitely. As we say, we're doing the long walk in, the long hike in. That goes in the back, in the pack, and you will cook your coffee and you will cook your food and things like the weight differences is a lot. That's empty now. It's not that heavy actually, but yeah, you definitely, if you're going to do the long walk and you want to be cooking and doing your coffee there for a few days, or boiling your own water and things like that. This is 591 mil as well, so It's very similar actual capacity. You can see how much insulation must be in that.
So that would be closer.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my
Yeah.
bad. Yeah. So this one and this one are very similar. This is a bit obviously bigger, but there is a lot of insulation in that, being 700 mil.
Just reminded me I had coffee.
Yeah. But yeah, these ones here is doing things like as a daily thing though. To go to work, you've got, that's a big coffee cup. That's like a schooner of coffee every morning if you
That's
want.
right.
Look at it that way. Schooner if you're overseas is the beer that the men drink.
Smaller than a pint.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, great little additions. I'm very, very thankful for Stanley for sending those through to us. And it is something we definitely can use and will use quite often.
That's right.
One thing I've seen, I'm a mad keen fisherman, as everyone knows. One thing I've seen they do a lot with is boil some water, cook some hot dogs, put them in there, get out on the boat. You're hungry when you get on the water, been fishing for a few hours, sit down, and you've got hot dogs ready to go. So just bring some bread and some sauce with you, and you'll be great. Yeah. So I'm gonna take chili again.
And we did different things this morning as well. Kane preheated his.
Yep.
I didn't preheat mine. I'd like to say it was on purpose, but
Just didn't read the instructions, basically.
but
It says you can. It says you can, so you don't have to, but you can preheat it. And they say you can pre-chill it as well.
Yeah.
You put some ice in there or something to keep it colder for longer.
That's right.
That's the thing. You just extend that effectiveness of it.
But that's been most of the day now, and that's still as hot as when I was pouring it in.
It's for me, when I made the coffee this morning, I did the same thing. I boiled the kettle, put hot water in that, was doing other stuff at home. I actually cheated with the old chili there, put the can in a bowl, microwaved it up, 2 minutes, whatever it was. After about 5 minutes of sitting there,
I hand slaved over mine.
yeah, that's it. I'm not silly. And then I just sat there and emptied the hot water out, poured the chili straight into that, did the lid up, and with the coffee, left the hot water in there for a while, emptied that out, put the coffee in there, made my coffee in there, milk in it, lid on it, done. And yeah, it's been really good. So that's all day. I'd like to push it to see how far we could go, and I've got at work, I've got some very accurate, very accurate temp guns. So maybe we could take one out next time, a temperature gun with us, and just see actually how long. Maybe we'll just drink from one container and then let one go for 5 hours, temp it, 8 hours, temp it, and just see roughly how much loss we're getting over the time. But not that you might be cared, you know, anyone who drinks a lot of coffee, big 500 ml coffee might take you good, you know, one sitting. But I like my coffee split up over the day, so that's why I've been just sipping, putting it back, sipping, putting it back. And when I filled that one, 700 ml of coffee, it lasts me all day, because I was just having a sip here and there in between doing shows and talking to people at a big external I did there with the Sporting Shooters Association. So yeah, it's good. So,
all right, so I guess we'll conclude the video.
Yeah, we've run out of chili. Got to conclude it soon enough. I've only 2 mouthfuls left.
You've seen 2 fat guys eating a meal, so that should have made your week.
This will most probably get the most amount of views. 2 fat guys eating chili.
I might just call it that.
I do
all right,
too.
upsides and downsides. You know, we always try and do that. To be totally honest, we don't really review stuff we don't like. So if they were to send us stuff and we didn't like it, we probably wouldn't review it and either send it back or send it on, you know.
Yep.
But it's something we're going to use. Downsides I thought to this were going to be the weight, but it's actually, as Kane said, it's not really that heavy. I think it's limited to its applications, but everything is. I don't think there's anything on the market that's going to be light and hikeable and keep your food warm for 12 hours.
Well, and the thing is, I think it's 12 to 15, isn't it? On that one's
15 hours, you know. I don't think that's
reasonable to ask of something.
Yeah, you know. So I don't think that's something that can happen.
If what I was saying to Dave this morning is, yeah, okay, it's heavy, whatever. Once you've got food in that, it's going to be over a kilo. You know, 700 mil, and the weight of this, it's going to be a kilo. So either way you're looking at it. But if you're just doing an overnight camp, overnight stay, and you want to have your food prep, you are not bringing your camp gear, and you might not have to bring your fire prepping gear if you're not going to do that, so you can change that out as well.
Yeah,
I know
that's right.
definitely when we go up bass fishing the waterfalls, we like to quite often, and it's a fair hike in there. I definitely think you know, we can do a bit of a combo. I most probably wouldn't take something like that, but taking that with our dinner prepped, because it's a long walk in there, and taking that to boil our water, because we do have to boil our own water out there. We're not carrying water with us, we can boil it up there, but then when we get there our food's ready to go, and then we can clean that out and fill that with water for our walk back out. So,
true.
you know, you got that little bit of, just have to think about how you do it and just plan it out before you go. This is what I'm going to take, I don't need to take that. Don't bring everything, choose your little system, as you say, it's a system, and pick what you want to take and take it out.
When I spoke to the guys, just sent them an email, and you know, as I was saying before, the reason why I sent them the email was for this. But I'm just really glad that they, I wasn't sure what they were going to send, and they said, we're sending you a system as such. So I'm just really glad on what they sent, and calling it a system, I think is a really good, really good thing. You know, like it makes sense. And as we've said, you know, we wouldn't go 7, 10, 15k hikes with it, but you still could. As Ken was saying, you can swap things out to line up your load to be able to fit this, but generally you would do it on more of your lesser distance hikes.
If you were to go out there, and we're going to go bass fishing again during summer, we'll take the food with us. It's a long hike in there. We heat up the food at home before we leave. We pull up, we park the car, and we just walk. When we get there, we've got food. We can heat it up. We take one of these, and up where we go, we boil our own water out there, process our own water. It's just river water.
Just quickly, that's something you can't do in these.
Yeah, you won't be cooking.
Put them in the fire.
No, you can't do that.
Just
so you know. But what we do is, that's why we take this, and you could possibly have that. So once you get out there in the spot, we get to where we go, we've got our food for that night, so we can set up camp and spend more time fishing, less time cooking and fire prepping. And then we also at night, once we slow down fishing after a bit, we'll have some dinner, we'll cook, have a fire going, we prep our water, and then you could clean that out and fill it back with water as you're doing a couple of campfires overnight, and then you've got water for the next day. So you're making it versatile, you're not just using it and then you're carrying an empty container around. You use it full, you bring it back full, and yeah, it gets lighter as you get in there and lighter as you come back out as well. So it is a great thing. Daily driver though, microwave safe, everything in there. Dishwasher safe. This one's not a dishwasher.
Not microwave safe.
Did I say microwave? Sorry. Do not microwave. Dishwasher safe. Dishwasher not safe. This one is a hand wash. This one is a dishwasher safe, no worries at all.
Which that big mouth, you've got no problem with.
Yeah.
Oh,
you can wash them. They're very easy. It's stainless steel, very easy to wash. No rust, things like that. Very good. One thing we noticed on the box here, just when changing things around, lifetime warranty. Very handy to have as well. So if you're spending the money on them, you're getting something that's it's built for life, and it's gonna do you well over the years. 15 hours hot, 15 hours cold, and insulated. I noticed when you do heat it up, even when I do the preheating, it's not hot on the outside, which is really good.
No.
So if you were to take the lid off and feel this silver bit in here, you can see where the chili is, but this bit here would be nice and warm. But because this is all insulated there, it's great. So you can stick it in your pack. Don't have to worry about kids grabbing it or something and burning themselves on. So yeah, really good. Really happy with it. We really want to thank Stanley for that. So.
All right, so as Kane just said, we want to give a massive shout out and thanks to Stanley.
Yep.
Australian guys, head over to Stanley Australia.
Yep.
American guys, and elsewhere in the world, obviously you know where to get that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if it's different or not from Australia to overseas, but for the Australian guys, you know, just letting you know that you can get this stuff, and we wanted to show it, put into use, put into a system.
A lot of the guys that are into the videos and that watch the videos and that we see and we know are also, most of them are tradies and things.
Yep.
Taking it to work in winter, you know, you've got a hot soup, you've got something like that. So it's not just your outdoors. Use it for weekends or outdoors and enjoying it. Weekdays, you just daily drive, take it for work. Coffee in the car, and then you got your lunch prep. You got your soup or your chili. We all love the chili, so yeah.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
We'll
Thanks very much.
we'll leave you with that, and thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, share, and subscribe.